Hey guys, Hitch here, and today we'll be casting for the After Hours Gaming League Team Nvidia. And pretty cool thing about the After Hours Gaming League, they're kind of a gaming league put together by a bunch of different companies competing for different charitable organizations. Pretty awesome. And today, Team Nvidia will be playing for the GameChanger Charity, and they'll be playing up against Team Google, who is going to be playing for Doctors Without Borders charities. Both very, very cool charities. Go check them out if you have a chance. Alright, so we're loaded in. Got Google on the Radiant and Nvidia on the Dire. Good old Kragonaut, Pontakun, LDC. Got Dudu Ragdoll and Hayukin all back again to compete in the After Hours Gaming League. So we got our picks and bans coming out here. Taking a quick look here. Waiting for the first ban coming out in Nvidia against the Dire. Brewmaster, always a good ban. You don't have to worry about the R win the game, where he splits into 3 different pandas. So I would expect a Juggernaut ban this early in the game, just with how good he's been doing lately. But we'll see. In lower leagues, they like to ban out heavy pushers or huge team fighters as well. So we'll see what's coming out from Team Google and how confident they're feeling. Okay, a Tide Hunter ban. Always good to get out some of the good team fight supports really quickly. And let's face it, Ravage is one of the best teamfight abilities of all time. So far, so good. Some pretty standard bans coming out from both teams. We'll see what Nvidia's second ban is here momentarily. Well, looks like they're really thinking about this one. Might have to even dip into their reserve time. And they go with the Faceless Void. Solid ban. Hasn't been really doing that well in competitive Dota, but at the pub level, always a good ban. You never want to be fighting up against a Faceless Void because that just sucks. Alright, ban coming out from Google. Also giving it a second.
10 seconds.
Neither team wanting to waste the reserve time on their bans. Okay, so they banned out another team fighting support. So looks like they're going to probably go for a push strat if you're banning out the team fights, so that way you can just push strat around whatever the other team manages to cobble together without getting picked off too easily. Okay, Vengeful Spirit, excellent support, doing very well lately with the Magic Missile stun and the swap to catch people out of position. Not to mention the Wave of Terror that takes down each other's armor. Vengeance Aura, always good, giving bonus damage in a 900 radius. Let's see how Google replies to that pick. A lot of different things you can pick against Vengeful, and since they opened up with a support, you can't really do too much counter picking. Because you don't want to pick a carry to, you know, counter a support. So we might see something like a Skywrath Mage to try to blow her up before she can blow him up. Yep, there it is. Skywrath Mage coming out from Google. Kind of a cool thing about these two, they have their lore together is pretty interesting. So whenever I see them opposed, it's always kind of fun, little nerd in me. Batrider, another great support with the Flaming Lasso to disable and drag enemies around the map, and then you just burn them with the Firefly after you get some sticky napalm on them. And then keep them where you want, the Flame Break. So, one of the best supports, making a pretty big comeback on the scene as well recently. So, kind of nice to see Batrider getting picked up again. And that's 2 intelligence heroes. We might see a Silencer, another gaining popularity hero here to try to steal some of that in, try to kind of bring these guys down. And he can also be played as a semi-carry and go from support to carry in the mid to late game. Let's see what Nvidia does here. They're using up some of their reserve time, really thinking this one out because you have to be really careful. They have the Vengeful Spirit, luckily, to stun the Batrider or swap out somebody in Lasso. Same with the Skywrath Mage stun. Okay, there's the Juggernaut. Like I said, a lot of popularity. Hard to really pass up with his recent rework in patch 6.83. I mean, he's just too good right now. Okay, Axe banned out. A very good ban, because Axe has been used in a recent strategy, what I like to call the heal dunk, where you patch him with Omni Knight, and you run in, Omni Knight throws the heal, brings you down, and then he just goes for the insta-dunk. And you just pretty much, it's really hard to play against, so. Good bans coming out from each teams. The Earthshaker making sure you can keep the fight where you want to keep it, so the Batrider, you know. Because the Earthshaker, he can block off your team while Batrider pulls you across the barrier and there's nukes down one of your heroes while you can't do anything against it. Puck, always good ban, because Puck with a Blink Dagger, if played well enough, is pretty much invincible. So, see what bans coming out from Google. Looks like they weren't expecting that one. So they're taking a little bit longer to try to decide what to ban out here. It looks like they're still banning out a lot of team fight heroes, so maybe they want to go for the harder team fight from the looks of it. Both teams looking like going for either pick off or team fight strategies. Another one looking to push really hard with these two picks so far. Okay, and there's the ultimate pusher, Death Prophet, banned out. So now they want to make sure they think they've got the better team fight with their two. So now they're going to try to pick the carries to support them as well. So we'll see what comes out. Let's see. Razor's kind of fallen off, but he's still pretty good because he can do both team fight and push in a little. And against so little counter push, it might be a decent pick. We'll see if anybody chooses that. No, nobody giving away their heroes on the side of Google and their portraits. You can, of course, show his love for Bounty Hunter right here. So, waiting on that. Okay, using up some of the reserve time. Want to make sure they get this one right. See what's coming up from them. They could either try to grab another support now, but I would suggest going for carry right now, just because it's getting. You don't want to choose your carries too late in the draft. Okay, they're going for another support, Shadow Shaman. So looked like team fight, but now they have one of the best pushers with the Mass Serpent Ward, but also a very good team fight hero with the Hex and the and the Shackles to keep you in place and turn you into a giant chicken. So we have one stun, one carry damage, so we're probably going to see another support here, or a carry with really good crowd control, because you don't want to get, this is so much crowd control right here with the silence, the slow, the slow from the sticky napalm, the lasso, the chicken, and the shackles. It's going to be a tough one to fight into. Okay, Bristleback. Okay, so instead of choosing, they chose a tank, pretty much. Bristleback's one of those great heroes who can just stand in the middle of the fight and take down anybody given a long enough time. His Bristleback is a passive where all he has to do is turn his back or side to reduce the damage done to him. So you can just try to kite people around, keep them from getting to you with your your vicious nasal goo. Viscous, sorry. Nasal goo. And that slows enemies down and reduces their armor. So as they try to attack you, you get the cool spray on them, and it's just devastating to fight up against. And the thing about this lineup is they don't have anybody that can pursue him for long, because they don't have any real high health heroes. Nothing super tanky, so they're going to have to back off before they can actually get the kill on Bristleback. So I wouldn't be surprised to see either a high damage or a very tanky hero coming out for Team Google against this Bristleback pick. Really taking their time. Don't want to, they have a minute 12 left, and they have that to do the rest of their bans and pick phase as well. So I wonder what choice they'll make. I'm as curious as you are. So let's see. Against Bristle, who's a good... we might see a Necrophos, sorry. Just to kind of get at these two, and if you can trap him with your Scythe, try to get the extra downtime when you can finally get the Bristleback down. Yeah. Wow, Google taking up most of their reserve time trying to figure out how to deal with this Bristleback. They were clearly not expecting it to come out. And Bristleback with a heart, terrifying, I found out recently. Let's see. Still 3 int heroes. Maybe they'll back it up with Lycan. Okay, so now here comes the massive push. Best pusher in the game. He can throw out the wolves, change it to shapeshift, and before you can even teleport to your tier 1 tower, it's dead. So probably keep him in the jungle. I'd probably Batrider off lane, and then carry and and the supports in a maybe an aggressive try, or maybe they're gonna send the Skywrath. Skywrath might end up being the mid. Either that or Skywrath and Shadow Shaman going to be laning together. Rubik. Okay, seeing all these juicy spells to steal. The Skywrath ultimate, the lasso, the Serpent Ward, the Shapeshift. Also the Howl, always a good thing to steal. Actually, any of these are all super good spells to steal. Only thing about Rubik, though, is if they can find the farm for him to keep him up. So we'll probably... Haven't seen any really strong mid lane hero from Nvidia yet, so that'll probably be their last pick. I would like to see maybe a TA, just to shut down whatever mid lane there they have. Still no Pudge bans, and at this level, Pudge is still pretty powerful. So, Viper coming up, and so they thought they were going to go for the Viper for that last mid hero, which actually would have been a pretty solid choice. He's also got that tankiness with him and enough damage to really shut down a lot of these heroes. So, all right, here we go. Still waiting on that ban from Nvidia as they use up some of their reserve time. They had a whole minute over at Google, who was now decided to go control and tower push. So they're probably going to use these. Like, he'll drop the wards, and then they'll just try to control people while Lycan bursts down the tower. A pretty solid strat if you can get it to go not too late game, because late game, this is a terrifying lineup up here. Bristleback is going to become pretty much unkillable, and Juggernaut is going to kill anybody in like 3 crits. And then Vengeful Spirit can swap you out of your team, you get Omni Slashed. It doesn't matter who you are on this team, you're dead. The only worry I would have for Team Google is finding the farm. Like I said, it says Lycan probably going to go jungle, so no real strong mid hero. I mean, Brat Rider used to be a really good mid, but then they kind of buffed the mana cost to a lot of his things, so it wasn't as spammable. You can still run a mid, though. He's not a terrible mid, but like I said, I'd like to see him in the off lane and maybe see this dual lane coming out. Okay, a Slark ban. Always good. You don't want to get Essence Shift all the way out of all of these beautiful stats on Bristleback. So, good ban coming out by that. And also, Slark's just one of those who you don't want to fight because such a good escape hero that can reinitiate on you. You know, you lose track of him for 30 seconds after you almost killed him. He comes back full life, and, you know, however much life he took you down, you're still missing, so he can kill you almost instantly. Alright, see 10 seconds left on the timer. See if they're going to use up their remaining reserve time. At this point, you might as well if you have it. You know, both teams ending up putting about the same amount of time and thought into it. So, you know, at this point, they might want to choose something that they can mid and that goes well with Lycan. Let's see. Maybe a Beastmaster for even more control. Beastmaster mid I've seen recently, it actually can work very well. Okay, they pick up the TA. That's going to be their mid harasser. So they're going to try to get the shutdown on mid lane with Templar Assassin being one of the best mid laners in the game. Also, she can get the jump on Rubik or Vengeful Spirit and just blow them up. And they're probably going to use her, you know, the amount of control they have to try to keep Juggernaut from Omni Slashing while he's... just keep him on lockdown and then blow him up. So, Nvidia, we'll see how they respond to that TA pick, because I'm pretty sure they were thinking of that for their mid. Let's see, strong mid to go with this team.
5 seconds.
They kind of lack pushing power, so they might want to pick somebody like maybe a Dragonite who can do some decent early tower push to counter the early tower push coming out from the Lycan, so that they can take it to a late game. The Dragonite will fall off a little bit, but if they do it right, the Juggernaut and Bristleback should outscale and keep him going. So, another last mid hero coming out. 10 seconds remaining. Let's hope this isn't a panic pick.
5 seconds.
Oh no. Storm Spirit. Okay, so they've got the Roam, the spell steals, and each team picking out, of course, who they are going to be playing. Got Dudu Ragdoll, Bontakun, Kragamat, LDC, and Hayukin. Alright, so interesting lineups. We're going to see the Storm Spirit should do fairly well against the TA as long as he can stay out of the harass, because TA is one of the best mid lane harassers I've ever seen. And hopefully they're planning on using the Storm Spirit to zip around and pick off the Skywrath, the Bat Rider, and the Shadow Shaman. And without them, all they have is the push of the Lycan. Okay, so starting out with a Team Nvidia, got Hayukin on his Storm Spirit. LDC rocking the Rubik. Ooh, very cool cosmetics. Bristleback, played by Kragglenot. Bontakun taking over the Juggernaut with the smiley face. And then on Team Google, already moving out, is Ominous Hedge on the TA, taking the mid lane. Araragi, I apologize if I said that wrong, for Team Google on the Bat Rider. Gale Frost, picking up one of my favorite heroes, the Skywrath Mage, as they head for the top rune. Leaving Nova mid lane to block the creeps for TA so that she has a decent advantage when it comes to starting this game. Lycan choosing not to go for the bottom rune, so they're just using 3 to really secure this top room. Let's see, they haven't scaled any abilities yet, so they're kind of seeing if they can see somebody maybe get a pick off as Bontakun sits thinking about going for this top rune. Alright. Bontakun has not, of course, leveled anything as well, so that way, if he gets in trouble, he can put a skill in Blade Fury and get out. Or maybe he can, you know, he decides he wants one in Healing Ward so he can stay and fight. It's all so we can see the situationality of the situationality. That's a word, right? Okay, so Team Google backing off a little, but okay, so there we go. Here's the fight for the rune. TA deciding she's not really feeling that great about it. Although the stack's coming up, and it's just going to go towards Bristleback and Juggernaut. Really good start for Team Nvidia. Starting off that pretty much half a level ahead on 2 major carries like that is never a bad thing. Alright, mid lane we got Hayukin on his Storm Spirit. Looks like on the off lane we're going to have Kragglenaut rocking the Bristleback, as well he should be. And then top lane we got an aggressive tri-lane of Rubik. Ooh, this is a very supported Juggernaut. They want to make sure he gets all the farm he can handle. And then, of course, Vengeful Spirit. Throwing out the harass, trying to keep this Batrider out of lane, keep him under-farmed. And Batrider is one of those heroes you can only keep under-farmed for so long. Lycan actually going into the lane instead of going straight into the jungle. Probably just going to get a few levels up before he heads there. Nova on the Shadow Shaman. Kind of looking to stay back. Doesn't know whether he wants to go for the Kragglenaut kill yet. They want to kill him early before he gets tanky. Gale Frost going for the pull. Oh, he's just stacking it up. Same with Nova. Okay, so Kragglenaut should see Nova and should start to back off here because he knows he's still in the squishy phase. He doesn't have anything leveled up yet, even though he has 2 skill points to spend, so he can do some emergency spending if he needs to. But unfortunately, he's getting very zoned out. Meanwhile, top, there's a spin on the Batrider, and that's going to be your first blood drawn by Bonta-kun. Ooh, you do not want a Juggernaut getting first blood in this 8.3. That's going to be very good for him. Yep, 1 in Blade Dance, 1 in Blade Fury. As we get a port back in from the Batrider. Let's bring up our last hits, check out how that's going. Okay, so, wow, Lycan leading the last hits by a ton. And Storm Spirit and TA going pretty even, you know, trading blows. He's staying pretty well out of her harass as she's leveled up 2 points in refraction just to, you know, get out, be safe from some of the damage. She just wants to be able to farm safely and get away with it, so. Going blow for blow here, but this Lycan's getting terrifying. He's getting over double the nearest person's last hits, while Bristleback still has no last hits. Luckily, he's gotten 2 bounty runes, or he have no money at all. He just doesn't feel confident going on anybody. So he's going to go start throwing some cool sprays on Nova. Try to get him to back off a little as this Lycan is already up to 900 gold. Let's doesn't look like he's looking to buy anything yet. Not leveling up Wolves, so he's just going to stay in this lane and try to dominate it. A Bristle might be a little too far out of place here. Okay. They decide not to go on him. Don't think they have the damage yet. So he's got 1 in Bristleback and 2 in Quill Sprays. Luckily, the other 2 are leeching enough experience off of this Lycan that he can keep the levels pretty much even. Meanwhile, top, Bonta-kun and Doo-Doo Ragdoll playing it pretty safe, just kind of hanging out here. Waiting for the Rubik to sneak in there with the lift on the bat. Looks like which he will be doing right. Nope, got spotted. Here's that Radiant Ward giving him excellent vision of what this Rubik is up to. He's leveled up 2 in Firefly, so we can make a quick getaway if need be. Meanwhile, mid lane. Okay, still seeing pretty even trading, except for the denies coming out. There's 6 denies for the TA, and that's going to do very well for him. TA picks up a bottle, or no. Picks up her boots, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Aragi picked up with the lift as he tries to Firefly through. A lot of damage going on to Doo-Doo Ragdoll, who has those stacks on her. And they'll get the stun, but he'll turn around and try to get... He's got 3 stacks on this poor Rubik, and he can just fly away. Grabs the camp, pulls it. Let's see if it's stacked. Nope, just a second too late. Okay, got Skywrath Mage gonna go pick up this free bounty rune as he needs some money, getting kind of poor. Bristleback picks up his boots. Not doing too bad on this actually, as he barely gets away from the Lycan. This bat's showing how well he can do in an off lane. He's already up to level 4, despite being up against 3. This poor Rubik's only level 2, while Juggernaut also rocking level 4. Mid lane, Hayukin up to level 5. We're getting close to ultimate time here in this mid lane. And this Lycan, still 4 because of the 2 leeching supports. This kind of jungling Skywrath is interesting as he goes to pull the creep wave. It looks like he's got it perfectly timed, so that's going to bring the creep wave back and frustrate this bristleback even a little bit more. Okay, in the jungle we got the Bat Rider headed up, trying to get the Rubik, who gets the lift. Here comes a Blade Fury, so he will not take any damage from the Firefly. Oh, the reduced armor coming in. Shock from Rubik, who needs to get out of that fire. And looks like he's just going to get out safe and fine. Look at this giant stack going on here. It's pretty nuts. This top lane, I will, you know, despite getting lots of damage to the other team, only 7 hits on this Bat Rider. Hayukin, not feeling too divey right now, as both of them have their ultimates, so the psionic traps will be happening, and the zips coming out any second. Kragonaut. Okay, so with these level 6, we expect to see some roaming from these mid lanes, because they're both really good roaming gankers. I mean, some of the best there is. Okay, Juggernaut trading some blows with the level 5 Bat Rider top lane, who's actually even falling behind on experience. As TA looks to grab this top rune. And it's an invisibility rune. Always a good escape. Okay, just some casual creep damage coming out. Bristleback dropping an observer ward so we can keep an eye on people over here. As they really want to... This free farming... like it appears like he might be going for a Handamitis. That's probably just boots. Handamitis would be exciting though, right? Okay, so Rubik looking like he's going to want to dive in and try to get the lift as soon as Refraction wears off. Alright, there goes Refraction as she makes a dive on Hayukin, who doesn't feel confident about it. He's backing it up, and so a lot of wasted time for LDC coming down here. We'll see if it results in anything. Also got a rotation from the Vengeful here, who's coming down to see what they can get on this mid lane. They really want to shut this TA down. Oh, damn. Bristleback, meanwhile, falls in the bottom lane. Oh, there it is. The ultimate coming out from like it. Okay, here they go on a mid lane. Hayukin falling dangerously low with the lift from Rubik. The refraction is keeping her so safe. They can't do enough damage and they have to back up. Hayukin making it out of that with less than 50 health. Meanwhile, top Juggernaut getting harassed out of lane by the Skywrath and the Bat Rider. Ooh, taking a lot of damage there. His Omni Slash is up, but there's too many creeps around him to use it. So meanwhile, mid lane as Storm Spirit has to go back. Vengeful Spirit will just kind of hang back here, try to absorb some experience, maybe grab a little farm for herself. Meanwhile, okay, Bristleback trying to get the revenge kill as he's turned into a chicken. The Quill Spray is really coming out. I think he's got this Nova. There it is. So he gets a kill to make up for his own death in this bottom lane. Yo, good turnaround for the Bristleback. There we go. Mid lane. Okay, Vengeful just keeping it safe for the Storm Spirit as he comes back. And up top, Bonsacoon getting kind of low, so he drops the healing ward. And still enough for the Omni Slash. He wants to make sure to keep that. So, Pink's coming out. Wow, this Lycan taking a lot of damage from this Bristle, who's feeling ever more confident. Here comes Nova to try to save him. Shackle's just a second too late, but they're probably going to have enough damage. Here comes the lasso, I would guess, because he's almost, yeah, it's on cooldown. He's level 6. His Bristleback keeping him safe, but will it be enough? One more shot, and it looks like he might make it out of this alive. He pops. Oh, no! Damn, so close. Vengeful Spirit trying to get there in time to get him the safety swap out, and that's not good for your your Bristleback to be dying twice in this bottom lane. But luckily he picked up a few solo kills to make up for it, so he should be sitting pretty alright in the end of that trade. Hayukin, meanwhile, mid lane, having some real trouble getting any damage on Ominous Hedge on this TA. Top's been left to free farm. And Bonsacoon not falling off very much here. He's still trying to keep up with that Lycan as he tries to put in some licks on this tower. They pop the glyph and stop him from doing so. Okay, looks like TA ran down, picked up a haste rune. That's an excellent rune for her to have. Meanwhile, top, yep, already taken by somebody else. So, okay, we got the Bat Rider coming in and farming these stacks so he can get his quick blink dagger. Not bad timing. Like, these are really nice stacks. He got kind of unfortunate with the mud golems who don't take magical damage. But it doesn't mean he can't farm up everybody else and still keep stacking. Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to go for this Bristle again. There's the transformation just to get away from the Lycan. He's just... This Bristle's getting beastly. Mid lane, P goes for the dive on Hayukin, who can just zip out. He's seriously taking too much damage. He needs to get out of there. There's the tether, and then not long in range enough as the Bat Rider jumps in and gets the kill. Doo-Doo Ragdoll going for the stun. Might go for the swap to try to get him under tower. Nope, just goes for the Wave of Terror. Not enough mana. Oh, she's not level 6 yet. No swap. This looks like a kind of a missed play as she's going to go down to the TA. Meanwhile, top harassment getting Bonta-kun out of there. And Bristle's diving deep to try to get some return kills. Turns around on Nova. Looks like he might get this one. A lot of right-click damage. Oh, there's the Serpent Ward. But it's to his back. Can he get out of here without dying? Here comes the lasso. No mana for it. All he can do is push out the Black Tar stacks and try to catch him as Bristleback's on his way out with his stacks of Warpath, making him fast enough to get away from that. Mid lane, TA. Oh, there's the pop, but still no damage. Refraction just absorbing too much. Okay, we'll see as the Clash of the Titans at bottom lane happens again. This Bristleback getting kind of low on health, getting a little cocky. So we'll see how he handles that. He has no healing available to him, so we'll see how close he actually gets to... okay, so he just grabs the creep wave, backs off a little. Pulls up some wolves on the Lycan as he goes straight into the jungle. He's going to finish off these mud golems left. Top lane. More harass coming out from Gale Frost. Mid lane, got the Vengeful Spirit coming in, trying to get the stun on the back. Okay, no, just dropping a ward so they can't stack their Ancients. Always good. Seen, though, by Gale Frost, so we'll see if that stays. Bristle coming down, going for the rune. No, he's headed into the Roche pit. Okay, he's just hiding in the fog of war there until the rune spawns. Top lane, doing some decent damage to the towers. Bonta-kun comes in, looking for a solo kill with his Omni Slash. Doesn't see Ominous Hedge yet, though, so he decides that he can't see enough and he's going to back off. No, he's not. He's going to dive even deeper. Nope, backing off. So, can't decide quite what he wants to do. Picks up his Mask of Madness now, which he can pop during his ultimate for a serious amount of damage. Oh, here we go. Bat Rider top. He's got the flame. He's got the lasso up. Is he going to take it? He gets lifted. Goes for the lasso. There it is. Omni Slash coming out. And, oh, he gets pulled to creeps. He tries to spin through it. LDC going down, and it looks like he's going to get out of here. No problem. This Juggernaut needs to get out of here quickly, but he's just... I don't think he's going to make it. He's got the star... Okay, he's got his healing ward up, which is immediately canceled by the Skywrath Mage. But he makes it out safely thanks to his lucky phase boots. Bristleback almost... Wow, really doing some decent damage to that Lycan down in this bottom lane. So in the end, just the Rubik lost there and some serious damage done to Juggernaut. Kragonaut looking to keep this guy out of his own jungle and farm it away from him. He's already getting to the point where he's getting hard for this other team to deal with. This Bristleback might be a serious problem coming up in this game. Storm Spirit coming down looking for... okay, just checking the room, making sure somebody got it. TA, just kind of hanging out under tower, trying to stay safe, play it safe. As Nova comes in with his Serpent Wards off of cooldown. Probably going to use those to try to take down a tower soon as the entire Google team starts grouping around mid. Okay, so... Well, I was right. Handamitis coming out for the Lycan, as well as Boots. Alright, as he cleans up this little part of the jungle. We might... Okay, Blink Tacker up on Bat Rider. That's always a game changer. Looks like they're going to... Okay, so they're going on the hunt for this Bristleback. They smoke from mid and do the wraparound. He should have no idea this is coming. I wouldn't... Okay, so blink in from the bat as he hits the Firefly. There's the lasso, bringing him out. Pulls him... Okay. Pulls him just out of the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. They got enough damage here to just destroy him, finally. Meanwhile, mid lane, Hayukin try to come in, deciding whether he wants to or not, and goes against it. Meanwhile... Top tower taken by Bonta-kun as they power up and try to take this bottom tower with the Serpent Wards coming off of that kill. And TA gets the pick off on this poor Vengeful Spirit who's still this level, like this position 5. And this is going to be a tower for tower and 2 kills going the way of Google, bringing us to 7 and 5 in this event. Poured in from the Bat Rider. He's looking for somebody but finds nobody and blinks back to the creep wave. Rubik and Storm mid looking for something while we got this just jungling.
Dyer's mid
Okay,
towers have
Vanguard up on the bristleback. He's pissed. He wants to keep them. He wants to keep them from killing him ever again. So, TA doing some serious damage. Oh, Steal of the Refraction by the Rubik. An excellent spell to keep him safe as Juggernaut has moved into the jungle, using his Mask of Madness, the heal, and the attack power to deal with these jungle creeps. Bristleback, not sure whether he should stay in lane and decide to roam as everybody starts to kind of gather up mid. I wonder if this is going to be a tower push coming out from Team Nvidia. Meanwhile, Bat Rider just pushing out this top lane, you know, getting it so they can start pressuring this tower and distracting Team Nvidia so they can't do what they want. The Wolves, the Invisible Wolves, scouting out Kragglenot, as he probably felt their touch as they dropped dead in front of him. As there's a pull here. Oh, Nova getting caught out by half the team, and there's an easy blow-up kill. TA started to head this way, decided against it in the end. The Skywrath better be careful. If they see him in lane, they're going to kill him.
Dyer's mid tower.
Okay, oh, he's being pinged out. Team Nvidia deciding whether they want to dive the tower or not, as Galefrost has a TP scroll, so he's probably just going to sit there trying to bait them into wasting more of their time. So they decide not to. They smoke up, and they go for someone mid. Alright, Kragglenot sitting on the ledge waiting for everybody else as he dives down and in. They wanted to make sure they didn't reveal themselves too soon. Okay, so coming down, just barely missing the Lycan. And a lot of wasted time by the Nvidia team on looking around in the smoke for a kill. Ping out the tower, and I think they might just rotate mid. Oh, somebody's porting in mid. Let's see how well they do with the zip. Oh, it's poor little Nova again. Although he's already got level 6, which is good for him. There's the zip in, here's the leash. And it's going to be another easy kill on this Shadow Shaman as they get out. The kill going the way of Rubik. Kragglenot just takes it. The nukes from Skywrath like they're nothing. Ooh, there's the lasso though. Blinking lasso pulls him out of the Skywrath ultimate. And that's not going to be enough damage to kill this Kragglenot who now has Vanguard. He's probably looking to go Heart actually after this Vanguard. Got 15 wands charges in case he needs them. And he could just walk in, throw some Skull Spray, turn around, walk out. Very interesting play as Storm Spirit going for the bounty rune. But here comes the deny from the Inviso Wolf. Also a few harass hits. Oh, no, not deciding not to harass, deciding that there was enough to insult and injury and all that. Kragglenot wandering around. The Wolf just doing really excellent scouting while the Wolf feels safe in his jungle. Pings coming out from each team. One pinging out the Rubik and the other pinging out the Lycan. They really want to get a hold of this Lycan. He's already got his Vladimir's offering. And so he's going to be a tower pushing beast in a second. Sends out the Wolves to do more scouting as he backs off to the tower. Mid lane, looking like they want to finish off this tier 1 tower with the Serpent Wards. And it looks like they're going to be able to do so. Nvidia not really keen to what they're up to. Here come the Wards. Really? No Wards? Okay. There go the... Okay, so he's backing off to sides. He doesn't want to use the wards quite yet. Wants to save him for more of a team fight, I guess. Juggernaut going for the solo kill. Oh, he's Omni Slash, but he spawns. The Wolves will be enough. It keeps him just safe enough. Can he catch him with the Mask of Madness? Long ball in, but it's not enough. He runs out of mana too soon. Here's the leash on the Bat Rider who thought he was safe going in. Serpent Ward Trap coming down to try to catch the Juggernaut as he's shackled up, and they're going to get a turnaround kill on Bonta-kun here. It's a good thing he didn't use those wards just now on the that tower. Meanwhile, Invisible TA coming in gets lifted as they drop the instinctual ward. Swap out as she kept in the middle of hell, and then she just gets out. She'll drop a trap, it'll blow up, and then she looks like she's going to be getting away. Kragglenot really not giving this up. He's like, you can be invisible, I don't care. My Quill Spray will still hit you. Taking a lot of damage, though. The entire team's here. As he does more Quill Spray. One more Quill Spray, and he can get her, but she puts up the refraction. That's going to keep her safe as she blinks away. Meanwhile, on the back end, LDC getting really low, getting blown up by the entire team. As Kragglenot dives back in here, trying to look for any return kills. Gets some goo on Araragi as he blink TPs out. So, in the end, it's a 2-for-1 trade. 3-for-1 if you count the Juggernaut, which you probably should, because it was a very important one. So, Team Nvidia kind of falling a little bit behind. Let's take a look at our graphs here. Okay, so the Radiant, big peak there, and then a little bit coming back down, and then, yep, about the same graph right now as far as XP and net worth are concerned. So we'll see if either team decides to dive into this Roche pit here. as TA goes for the kill on the Storm Spirit. Now she finds herself caught between the two cores of Nvidia. This could be a huge pickoff, but they just can't get the refraction down. There's the stun, and it's going to be a free TA kill. No response coming in. Skywrath porting in, deciding he didn't really want to be there, and starts to back off. Mid lane, Juggernaut just pushing in, trying to get some damage on this tower as he scares away poor little Nova, who has 10 seconds to wards. He'll probably plan on using those. He shocks him, just try to get some harass damage, as we're gonna have the blink in from the bat. And there's the blink. He's ensnared. And there's the lasso and the chicken. No chance as they trade their Juggernaut for a bottom tower. They port mid to try to prevent this siege from still happening, as they respond with just Cragglenot, who's enough right now. Oh, he's turned it into a Crimson Guard, not a heart. Bounty room top, we'll see who goes for it. Looks like Shadow Shaman sees it, decides not to, and saves it for the Lycan, who's coming in from Google, played by NWA. Storm Spirit top, getting some free farm, you know, as he heads back, tries to block up the creeps a little, just, you know, backing them up a little. Due to Ragdoll LDC, prepared for this mid-fight. But it looks like they might have a tough time on their hands. They're going to have some harassment coming in from the Wolves, who look like they're going to do the wraparound. Oh no, the Wolves just using them as free sentries to scout out the surrounding area before the team fight. This bat's getting itchy. His Flaming Lasso's almost up. His Blink Dagger's good to go. He's got his Force Staff. That's a terrifying combination of things. How you can going into the Dire Jungle, getting some farm. He's got one Oblivion Staff. We'll see what he turns that into. More than likely an Orchid, just to get the shutdown on certain heroes, like the TA. While Juggernaut goes to do Roche by himself. Healing Ward. He's got the Mask of Madness as the Wolves scout him out. He sees the Wolves, luckily, thanks to this Sentry Ward. So he's just going to cut him down as they kill his Healing Ward. Dick move. Okay, Bat lasso's up. He's looking for somebody, anybody to bring to his team and beat down. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, see what's happening across this map. Craggle, not... Okay, Bounty Room. And he sees most of it. Okay, there's the Bat. He's going to try to Force Staff him out. Gets the Nasal Goo, who throws up his Crimson Guard. Only catching himself, though, unfortunately, as Batrider Fire flies to the cliff, where he can just sit, wait for his Blink Dagger, and then blink in with the lasso and grab somebody. Looks like they're thinking twice before going on Cragglenot, but they decide to go for it. Oh, he's swapped out by the Sacrificial Venge. But that's okay. That's kind of what the Venge is there for. Rubik getting really low from this ward trap as he drops his own stolen Firefly. As the Wolf Lycan will take him down. Cragglenot trying to get a turnaround kill, doing some cool sprays. Some Nasal Goo. Poor freaking everybody just getting blown up on Nvidia. Cragglenot getting a solo kill out on 2. He's getting, okay, a 2 by himself as he looks for more. He runs into this trap and he decides he's just going to farm it up. Might want to be careful though. He doesn't have a whole lot of life to work with as Ominous Hedge is still here. Oh, turns around, takes it to the back, and it's not going to be doing much damage. So in the end, a 2 for 3 trade thanks to this lovely Cragglenot who's picked up just a casual cloak for the spell resistance. Juggernaut moving into the other woods, picks up a Yasha, very excellent farming tool, especially for this hero. He's gotten the Blade Dance build, which we've seen a lot of lately, where he just gets the passive and just goes for max crits to try to blow people up. Not getting terribly lucky, gets scouted out by this Psionic Trap and pinged to hell. Very good placement on the Psionic Traps from this TA. As Cragglenot, feeling forced back to base, is going to go there just to be safe as Nova tries to push out this top lane so they can get another tower. It's funny, the team I thought would be pushing towers are kind of looking more to team fight rather than push towers. Okay, Hayukin looking, waiting for somebody to come up. Maybe he can get the jump in. The good old over here. Okay, there's the healing ward as Mazakun tries to dive in back on Roche, who's completely healed from the last onslaught. As here come the Wolves, killing the healing ward, and then looking to just do some damage on him. This is one pissed off Juggernaut. Oh, the Bat blink in. He's got the lasso, but here comes the spin to keep him safe. But he can still pull him, but he can't pull him onto cliffs or anything. Banzakun trying to get out, but the flame break's going to keep him in the fire, and he's going down. Another death for the Vengeful and the Juggernaut. Here's the zip in from Hayukin, but he's in the middle of the traps. Cragglenot getting trapped and lassoed. And then there goes Kragelnot, the beast. LDC, realizing how much trouble he's in, gets double silenced up, and he's just going to get blown up. Hayukin needs to get out of here, but he decides to drop a few things before he goes. Maybe trying to get a one pick off. The blink in from Ominous Hedge keeps Hayukin on his toes as he's out of mana for zips, but he uses his bottle. He has a little bit more for a zip. He can turn around, try. Ooh, Ominous Hedge getting a really, really good damage coming out from her. So, with that, the Team Google Radiant are going to be going into the Roche pit. Let's check our current net worths. Ooh, looking really bad for Team Nvidia as we have Google on the top 2 places on the board. But that's okay. Juggernaut's right there, right behind, with only 3,000 gold behind the very, very farmed Lycan. Super hard to keep up with Lycan. He has minions. It's actually not as bad as it looks. The only thing they really have to worry about is this TA, who now has an Aegis, a Blink Dagger, and looks like she's building into a BKB just to have that extra, insurance against it. Bat looking to get out of dodge as soon as he sees Hayukin coming in, but he decides he's turning around, getting some confidence. He has his lasso up. He's got the Firefly burning down the tree, so he has as much vision as he needs. And here comes the Juggernaut. He wants this dive. He wants it bad. He pops the Mask of Madness. He burns it in, and Omni Slash stops it, and he just blows up that poor little bat. It's a good little boost for him. 300, it's a ton of gold going his way as he takes out that Bat Rider. Entire team going bot to try to deal with this Lycan as they just run and port away. That's the madness of trying to fight a Lycan. He can just run away, and he just pops that R and runs away. So, see, look, he's already back to farming. That's why he's so hard to keep up with. TA traps, of course, on both runes. As top, we, an illusion, kind of just seeing if he can bait out anybody. As LDC wanders around on his Rubik, looking for anything he can steal. Looking to set up a good team fight. Ominous Hedge, meanwhile, in the middle lane, with her bouncing. Oh, it's kind of crazy. She can just hit 4 creeps at a time. And so their net worths are really, really outscaling this poor dire Nvidia team really well as they go for just trying to play a more safe game. They know they can't take a lot of fights right now, so they're going to try to catch up farm-wise. But against these 2 carries of Google, it's going to be very hard for them. The Lycan only attacking when they have the barest amount of time left on his wolves, so he doesn't end up feeding him. Hayukin, thinking that the wolves are a sign that he'd be in the jungle, goes in the jungle and just decides to pick up a few creeps while he's there. But here come those wolves, scouting him out. And he's pinged out by the TA on Team Google. Those wolves are stuck to him like glue. Here comes the blink from the Bat Rider. He's got the lasso. He waited for the zip. Very good. Okay, the zip. There's the Force Staff. Should be the blink up in 2 seconds, and with the slow, he's going to have enough time to do it. He might not even need it. Okay, there's the blink. There's the lasso. They waited for him to get out of mana as he tried to make a valiant escape, but that's going to be another death going on the Storm Spirit. Meanwhile, LDC looking over here. Everybody's a little, Roche not responding yet. Both teams knowing that. Juggernaut goes to try to look to grab something, but ends up just farming up a few wolves. Nvidia, kind of realizing the situation they're in, getting a little on the back foot, but we'll see how they handle this Google squad. Getting pretty scary. Ooh. As my camera decides to run off with itself. Alright. Bonta-kun just farming up this top lane, but he's all by himself, so wonder if that's kind of dangerous at this point in the game. Okay, he grabs a TP so he can make a quick spin and TP out in case anything happens. Oh, he's a chicken, and he's already being attacked. There's the ward trap. There's the shackles. Oh, he can't even do anything. He can't even spin. He's just going to try to limp away, and he's already dead. Dangerous combinations coming out from this Google team. Meanwhile, Bat Rider, that's right, the leash is almost up again. He force staffs himself to safety as he decided to go on the LDC. Kragonaut getting sick of it, trying to just get some harass out as it's 1 second. There's the blink, but he gets lifted. He gets stunned. He gets blown up. The initiator is down. Meanwhile, Nova, everybody else coming in to try to support him. They were expecting the Bat Rider to bring home the bacon and get some decent, attacks going. They wanted to bring a hero for him, and just got blown up himself.
Last top tower.
Meanwhile, TA takes out the top tower.
Guess what's happening?
Mid lane, LDC kind of overreaching, might be a little bit out of place. Ragdoll looking for a switch as they put the shackles on Kragglenot, decide instantly that they're okay not having it. Okay, here we go. Ominous Edge joining the battle with her brand new BKB that the Dire know nothing about. There's that Orchid Malevolence coming out for the silences, especially against PA. And top tower just taking damage from these creeps. You can't underestimate how much damage they'll take while this all happens mid lane. Kragglenot invisible, looking to try to get a good initiation. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any lockdown, so all he can do is get in some decent hits before she gets her. There it is, her refraction up. There's the zip in from Hayukin as she just blinks away. Okay, Bat now back to life, looking to get some kills in it as Nova teleports back in. The Bat Rider going top. Looks like he's spying them out, going for the room. Gets the tire stack on. There's the trap. Nothing coming from it, though. Nvidia aren't going to fall for that one. So it's 13-20 in this After Hours Gaming League. Oh, there's the blinking from the Bat. At the same time, the Lycan shapeshifts. And the Juggernaut just, again, they use all of their intense control on him. As it's a zip back and forth by the Storm Spirit to try to attack and then save as Rubik gets back. Here comes the blink in as the Firefly is just a fire trail. Burning them on their way to their safety. Here comes in the Courier. Is he going to get away? Okay, Courier gets out safely, but this looks like it's going to be a full team wipe for Team Nvidia. Looking pretty bleak, but it's not over until the GG is called. As Bat Rider teleports. Where the heck I don't know why. Oh yeah, we just went back to base. That's weird. The portrait is so low I could only see his ears sticking out. So they're going to try to tank this, turn it into a push mid lane as they still have the Mass Serpent wards. Always a good thing to have.
Dire's mid tower could use
Rubik's coming back up. There's no buybacks available for Nvidia either, so they just pop the glyph and hope they can get there in time. Yule Scepter of Divinity, both offensive and defensive item for Nova, coming out very good for him to have. As we see a plate mail that's probably going to be turned into Assault Cuirass coming out for the Lycan. Force Stap to keep himself safe for the Skywrath. And Bat Rider, of course, with his signature Force Staff and Blink Dagger. He also picked up a Yule Scepter just because if you can keep them in place long enough for your things to cool down, it's a win-win. Meanwhile, Hayukin just sitting with his Orchid bottle and then picked up a casual Null Talisman. Manta Style coming out. That can help keep this Juggernaut safe from a lot of control. There's just so much of it coming out from Google. Mana boots up for LDC as he looks for a good spell to steal. But it looks like the Radiant know this is coming as they throw Kragglenot up into the air. Decide to focus the wards not on the tower but on the hero of Kragglenot. But he's looking for somebody, but Radiant's just going to back up. Kragglenot farms up the wards and picks up his Basher. Basher could actually help a lot in this situation if he can get the RNGesus luck of the bashes. Meanwhile, this TA picking up a Desolator. There's the swap out, but Blink Dagger. Quick fingers coming out from Ominous Edge. Another thing you don't really see, you expect so, is the bonus damage from Howl is pretty intense. You can't really be that safe with it. Bat Rider gonna farm up this top lane, push it out a little, try to get some more bonus damage on this tier 2 tower. Juggernaut kind of farming this lane, but he's sitting right on top of a ward, so now Radiant know where he's at as he tries to move further into the jungle. Haste Rune sitting almost right on top of the trap as Radiant walk right past it. They're looking for this. Blink Dagger for Nova. He's probably going to try to blink up. Oh, nope. The Bat's already there. He gets the shackle. No Manta Style. No spin for this poor Juggernaut as he gets turned into a chicken. But he's on the high ground. He's in the kind of a misplay coming out from Nova. He blinks up and gets the shackles. He needs the rest of his team to be there, though. He can't take on this Juggernaut by himself. The Juggernaut, oh, he pressed Omni Slash, but he got Yulesed in the air. He's going to turn around. Really dangerous play because he's diving for this Nova, who he knows has backup. There's Aragagi. But Juggernaut decides it's not worth it. It's too dangerous as he comes to try to save his Rubik, and nothing happening as they take out the rest of Juggernaut's team while I wasn't looking. Juggernaut throws the Omni Slash, but the refraction absorbs all of it. He tries to spin and TP out, and that's a full team wipe for Team Nvidia. This game not the game they wanted today, but that's okay. They're doing... it's not over till it's over. There's a lot of comeback mechanics now in place. A kill on this TA, that could, or this Lycan, that's like popping a money balloon. Salt Cuirass completed
Top tower.
on,
You know the drill.
on the Lycan. So they just melt this tower. So they come up there. That's how you clear a wave, boys. Here we go. The wolves moving in, trying to do some scouting. Just decided to attack the tower. They dropped the Serpent Ward, and look at this tier 3. Just that was at full health. I swear, just a second ago. Blink in from the TAs. She tries to get the kill. Omnis head's getting lifted. Pops her BKB and just turns and fights with the Desolator. 3 shots and Hayukin solo. LDC getting knocked to death. Oh, Lulu Ragdoll getting killed so quickly. Kragonaut, the only one who can stand and fight as Hayukin zips in, trying to get some crowd control, but it's too late. The tower's already down. A longer throw to the racks. That's 2 racks down in the top lane for Dire. As Radiant looks like they're going to back off for now, but might look to make it more. Ominous Hedge getting nasal gooed, but she gets force-staffed forward by her good old Bat Rider. And they just turn around looking to farm the wards as Hayukin's dangerously low as Kragonaut just bashes these things today. And there's the good game. Well played. GG from Bonte-kun in this 1-of-1 series for Nvidia versus Google. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this cast. If you want to learn more about the After Hours Gaming League, like I said, head over to their website, afterhoursgaming.tv. Check it out. Maybe try to get your company going for it. I've heard of worse ideas. It's better than softball, that's for sure. All right, guys. I'm going to be back with another game later tonight with Team Nvidia. And it's going to be Team Nvidia. Let's see, who are they taking on? It's going to be the Nerdery. So Team Nvidia versus the Nerdery coming up tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. And I hope to see you next time. And in all your games, good luck and have fun. I'm out.